Let's begin, shall we? Hey, this is Ranting Q. We're going to talk today, as we always do. We talked about the Tigers, and we're doing very well. Start the playoffs pretty soon. We lost the last two games, but that's a whole new ball game. That's because I think we just simply got soft. We did try to come back on some of them games, but after the O, and then when you got a couple of runs, wait till the ninth to even get a run. So I assume we're just relaxing our players so they can get ready for the game. As we said before, this is Ranking Q. So we're going to start with the Detroit Lions, baby. We are currently 2-1. Oh, sorry, you can't see that, can you? Well, we're 2-1. Well, we're 2-1. You see it on that one. We're playing against a Seattle team, which I believe to be, they're injured more than we are, but we have key players injured. They have the offensive line injured, which is great. Like they said, so far they can't say anything about Hudson because he's playing against the second and third string, but they are doubling him up. They are smashing him in the middle. So we need our other four. Davenport can't make it. We got to see what Anzalone going to do. Not Anzalone, but and he's going to play that day too. So that's helpful because we lost Barnes. We picked up Anzalone back. And that should be a nice, even or better switch for us. But more important, what we're looking for now is can we run the ball? We need to run the ball stronger and better than anybody. We didn't keep that. And our run-stop defense has got to be on point. Since we have a problem because we have Houston. Houston's a wonderful rusher. The only problem about as a rusher, we don't need him as a rusher. We need him as a containment, keeping people into that box so the good running quarterback won't move. Even though Geno Smith is not a great running quarterback, but he's young and he can run. With that in mind, we have to do two things. Contain them and then crush the hole, which means we have to be bigger boys up front than they are. Bigger, faster, quicker. And I do believe that's what we are. Their offensive status is going to be impossible to kind of stop because our secondary is injured. Not Barnes, but Branch is not going to be there, but we have Joseph is supposed to be the one that's supposed to come in and then be the backup of that. We're going to see how well he plays. He has a chance right now, and again, I always do the name wrong, but you'll get it right when you see it. It's more important is can we maintain the offensive status that we are? Their defense is okay, but not going to stop us. They can't stop our run. Now, are we going to do straight run and not throw the ball, or are we just going to think about what we want to do? Are we going to, the plan is, as Dan Campbell says, is we got to plan first, and then we'll adjust as we go. That's why you see a lot of times they're not running as much because they're opening the lanes up for the center and the outside. Now, we have to trust J-Mo. That's one thing I hope Goff is practicing with him this week, because after that, we need some practice. We need to get him on the same time as them, because that's what we need. Just like number 14 for Seattle does. It's just a matter of minutes, some of that time before you can throw the ball down to him. You gotta be always ready for him, but you gotta hit him. You can't just throw to an empty spot and expect him to be there. Plan the spot. Make sure he understands the plan. He has to work on doing better, sharper cuts. We know that. He knows that. Problem is, though, the defensive team knows that too, and they're gonna prevent that. So with all that going to our side, can we win? Well, I think we're gonna destroy them. I think it's gonna be like 37-10. Defense is gonna hold. They're gonna get, as I said before, you can't really stop Metcalf. Metcalf's gonna get his touchdown. We'll see what the other guy does. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say his name because if he scores, I'm going to be so upset. Because then, with them two scoring, that's automatically put us into the 21 points or better. Now, I said before, this whole year, anybody with 21 points, Detroit had 21 points, we should be able to defeat them. Just that simple. Our defense has improved that much, even with the injury. We lost Barnes, and they only come right back into play. And now we can get the other kids. We can get Wingo and all them in there. We got some young guys that want to play. Let them play. Let's let them tear the dirty bird up. We need to get some bird soup or bird fry, something. It's time for us to take these guys out. And again, old time Detroit. You know, I'm an old time Detroiter. Been there back in the day. I was born during the time where we never heard of a victory. You know, just haven't heard of it. So now we got a chance to get this victory. We already got the chance to get the playoff. Now Detroit Tigers 10 years ago, and before that, 1968 and 84, they were that. Now they kind of, I mean, they weren't supposed to be here, man. Halfway, they was nothing. I clocked every win they had this year. If you look at my page, you'll see that every game was clocked by me. Win, not the loss. I don't need no negativity. So I want to see how we lost. I know how we won. So I got all 86 games are logged into my Facebook. Feel free to pack onto that and see them all, and see the scores, and see how a few mistakes because I get excited. I always get excited because, again, when you're an older fan, that's how we are. We get excited easy just to have a victory. So, with that in mind, guys, let's think of this. How are we going to play this game? It's tonight. It's like 4 hours from now. And that's when we start to do our thing. And I know Dan Campbell has got to be able to have adjustment. I like on the press conference I saw the other day where you had Brad Johnson was talking about, hey, he called this play. Not Brad called it, but no, was it Brad? Johnson called this play, and then Campbell said, let's do this, and it worked out well. So Campbell is still part of the main offensive control factor. Because, again, being a tight end, he knows what to do. But now we got to get our tight ends into play. We got to get Laporta going. We got to get the big boy blocking and slipping out. And, of course, we always got to get the other guy, the guy that we know, number 70, Skipper, offensive weapon. It's good to have him that way because I tell you what, I would have him clocked in every time. Just have him clock in every time, then he'll be set up to automatically get it. Then all of a sudden, boom, you hit him with some 20 yards and let him drop in and stop it. Then they're scared. They'll come in. Once they come in, we got them out. That's what they're going to do to Detroit. I'm telling you now, they're going to hit that middle as much as they can. As soon as we collapse in, boom, they're going to go to Metcalf, and they're going to go to my other wide receiver that I'm not going to give respect to because I don't want to, man. You start giving them much thought, they'll start getting better in your mind. And I don't think Detroit feel that way. So I'm going to stick with how Detroit feel. We can beat anybody, and we will beat anybody. What do you guys think? You need an opportunity for us to really take it to them? They beat us 3 times, and all of them was really close. So, overtime, we do what we have to do to win, but now we have to do what we have to do to win. No more maybe winning, we have to win. We're Lions, man. We're 2-1 right now. We're trying to get into the point where we can get 3-1 and go to that break where everybody gets healthy. And then we can go to roll. Because once we get healthy, we'll give you 8 games straight. You see the schedule? I'm going to post the schedule on that one. So you'll see how the schedule's coming out. You'll see what we're playing. We'll be playing, after this game, we'll be playing Dallas. Then we'll be playing Minnesota, Green Bay. And then after that, you have an interesting schedule. Houston, Texas. We got the Jaguars we'll be playing against. We also got the other team that's supposed to be good but not really good. So we have like 4 or 5 wins that we can actually have and do. That'll give us a 5-3 record, 5-1 record, 6-1 record. Hey, look at that one. We're talking about 7-2. And again, my predictions always for the end of the year is going to be, and you know what it is, it's 13-4. So with that in mind, with 13-4 record, I think we have a few drops and mistakes. Some of the team that's going to beat us, believe it or not, is not going to be the team you think. It ain't going to be a San Francisco, because they're going to actually suck by the time we go to see them. Chicago going to have a beat-down time, so they're not going to do so well. Love's going to be probably boozed up because he's the only thing they got. And the only person got a chance is Minnesota because they got Sam Darnold. And we don't know why he's there. We don't know why he's doing so well. So with that in mind, Lions Nation, let's take this to the bridge and get them out of here, okay? Let's win this game tonight. I'm gonna have it sitting up here on the big screen. I'll try to have something going so you can see it, maybe even a live broadcast thing so we can actually see it go. And then if it's good, next time I'll invite somebody over, invite some more people over here. Try to get a few, but most of them didn't want to show because they're going to the bars. Man, you're right, I will go to the bars and being out here. But if next year, next season, next time we have a Monday night or Thursday night or Sunday night game, I'll check on the details on that. I'm going to have it posted here and we're going to have a good time and watch it. Hey, this is Ranting Q saying, you stay good, Kalamazoo. Detroit Lions, let the roar begin.